Welcome to the Parker Daniels Show, where amazing stories are shared and hope is given.
Okay, when I was 11, I was crowned Cherry Blossom King. I had a queen. Her name's, we're just going to call her BM. That's her initial.
Okay.
Shouts out to her. She's still one of my friends. And I got crowned king, Cherry Blossom King. She was crowned Cherry Blossom Queen. And my crown was taken from me because I don't know. Like, my crown was just taken from me. I even showed my dad my crown. My dad was like, "Yeah, you got crown." And ever since then, I have always wanted my crown. I've always wanted a crown. I like being king. My dad used to tell me, you're a king. He used to call me a god. You're a god. But I because of the fact that I don't feel like I have the respect that I deserve from people, I still consider myself a king. Like I said in Crown Up, even though I'm blind, I still consider myself a king. Can't wait till God comes back to give me crown and ring. I want my ring. I want my crown, period.
Okay.
I'm going to get it.
And hence the name. Your first name starts with the Z, right?
I first fell in love with music when I was 5. Stevie Wonder was, when I first found out Stevie Wonder was blind, it just lit a fire in me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I want to do this. So I started playing piano, just making up my own tunes. And I still make up my own tunes. Now, later on down the line, I tried to take lessons, but I didn't get enough practice at home. So the teacher basically was like, he's not really practicing, so I can't really teach him. But I was still making up my own melodies, When I came and moved in with my dad, he was a Muslim, so naturally my religion changed to Islam, and I started dealing with Minister Louis Farrakhan. So Minister Louis Farrakhan, I met him and he gave me my first violin at 8.
Wow.
So yeah, at 8. And after that, the rest is history. Like, between 8 and 13, I didn't have any teachers because all the sighted teachers was like, I can't teach him, he's blind, or their prices were too high. Their teaching prices were too high, so they really couldn't teach me. The only song I learned at 8 years old was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Then I had a problem trying to hold the violin. I had the problem, it was at first, I love the sound of a violin, but at first it was like a hate relationship because my dad was such a disciplinarian. It was like, I told you not to ask the minister for anything. You shouldn't have asked him for that violin if you didn't really want it. I wanted it, but I didn't fall in love with it until later on in life.
Wow. And you're saying that the teachers didn't want to teach you because they said that you were totally blind?
Yeah, I was blind, and they didn't know because of the music being in print and everything.
So they didn't have patience.
Yeah.
So you were self-taught with the violin?
Well, okay. My violin, I broke my E string trying to tune it, not knowing what I was doing, and I actually lied to my dad about it and got my butt whooped for it. And from 9 to 13, I didn't play violin at all. So at 13, my dad wanted to learn piano. I was 13. He was like 24 years older than me. So he was like 37 or something like that, my age now. And he was like, I want to play piano. And I met this guy who plays piano, and he said, I was, doing my piano lessons out here, and I asked him, can he teach you violin? And he said, I can't teach him necessarily how to play, but if he knows the rudiments, if he knows how to play, like, how to hold it and how to play, I could teach him how to play by ear. So that's when I started falling in love with violin all over. I met him. We changed my E string out. We tuned my violin. At the time, my violin was 3/4 size. I was 13, about to be 14. And he started teaching me how to play. 6 months later, I'd say 6 months later, I was playing my first recital at my teacher's church. His name was Ron Bunn. And yeah, we started playing. That's when I started falling in love with violin and listening to music and just trying to play to it and harmonize with it. And that's how I started to learn how to play.
Okay. Now, is the violin the only instrument that you know how to play?
Like I said, I play a little piano.
Mm-hmm.
I play violin. Uh, that's about it. I rap, I sing, I write poetry.
And that's what we're gonna jump into. Let's talk about the rap. I love the song. It's called "Flipping Calendars."
Yeah, you like flipping calendars.
I like it. Tell us what made you get into the rap scene, and I like the fact that it is positive. And I want to say that I wasn't really a fan of Christian rap a while back, but after hearing some of the rap, I had gotten more, acclimated to it and really was able to understand. But when I heard your song, and not because you're on here, I really enjoyed it. So tell us about what prompted you to be a Christian rapper or just a rapper in general.
Okay, we're gonna go into what got me started into rap. Period. Okay, I've always liked rap. Like way back, I remember way back when I was young, when I was like 4, 5, listening to LL Cool J, Run DMC, Furious 5, Kool Herc, KRS-One, Ice Cube, NWA. When NWA first come out with the boys in the hood are always hard. I was riding my BMX bike down West Covina in West Covina, just a curly headed boy, just doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I was having so much fun when NWA came out. I didn't understand why it was so much, so much craziness going on, but I liked LA. LA is like the birthplace. So by the time I hit 9, I started going to Georgia Academy for the Blind, GAB in Macon, and other boys would rap. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't know how to rap, but I was kind of trying to learn and everything. But I learned how to beatbox at 9.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to rap at 10. By the time I was 11, I had recorded my first little rap tape called Air Report. And I just waited till activity time when everybody was playing around in after lunch. And I would go and record my raps and beat on the tables and all of that. And then I started doing beatboxing. At this play. I was in this play as a guy named Captain Torres. It was a Christopher Columbus play.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm beatboxing. I'm encouraging people to vote, encouraging people to vote with this like purple cape and purple tunic and tights on, Uh-huh. But that's when I started learning, like thinking really I could actually do this, I didn't tell my dad I knew how to rap. I didn't tell my dad I knew how to beatbox. I just did it, because I wasn't going to get any, I knew a lot of times I wasn't going to get a lot of encouragement as far as like my music goes when it comes to rap and hip hop.
Okay.
Now,
are you doing it professionally?
No.
Okay.
No. At that time, I was just in the door. I was just in the schoolyard, just having fun. And, when I grew up, I started wanting to record more and make more music. I didn't get into Christian rap until after going through a lot of stuff between 2004 and now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I say between 2004 and 2009. When 2010 hit, I was working on West Side Southern Fried, and I had been down so low, like I had been going through a lot of stuff, man. I still didn't have a home. I was still dealing with my dad passing away in 2001. I was dealing with, school not going so well, me not, not being the best that everybody else thought that I would be, not being able to surpass everybody's high expectations. So I was still going through that, not to mention, I had to come back from a nervous breakdown and basically build my way up. I knew that God was working on me between 2004 and now. So when I dropped West Side Southern Fried, that's on SoundCloud and Bandcamp and all those. When I dropped that one, that was my first rap record, my first rap mixtape in a long time. I said I wasn't gonna cuss. That was gonna be hard. I said I wasn't gonna. I didn't know how it was gonna sound because coming from a normal rap background where you like Tupac, when you like Snoop Dogg, and when you like, De La Soul,
right,
Common, and Rakim, and all of them. How are you gonna spit a rap without cussing? How are you gonna put God in everything? How are you gonna come out of all this darkness and this sadness and nobody's really with you? You just by yourself, you with God. You got people around you, that are your family, and they sit there and say that they love you, but you really don't feel it because you done been through so much. So, when I dropped Westside Southern Fried, when you listen to it, the first song, like the intro, man, when I go back and listen to it, I said to myself, man, I am sad. So I go through and I do Westside Southern Fried, and I'm thinking, okay, I did okay with this one. This one's pretty good. Now, I'm gonna tell you what song that you've heard is on Westside Southern Fried. Crown Up.
Right.
Yeah, that's on Westside Southern Fried. You like that song too?
Exactly. So you were you pretty successful at this mixtape? How did it do?
When I did it, and when I've done a lot of my mixtapes, I just do them for free. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I did that is because when I do the album, that's when I want to charge. I haven't done the album yet, but Westside Southern Fried, I think it did pretty good. It's doing okay.
Okay.
So
are you doing shows or anything with it?
No, because I'm actually a deacon at my church, so church does a lot of my time. I need to start doing shows.
Definitely, because it's some pretty good material. So, you've been doing this music for a while. Where do you see the direction going? For Crown Z in the future as a rap artist.
Well, I want to try to start my own label. I got my YouTube channel, Crown Z's Place, and y'all can like and subscribe to that. Okay. I started that off trying to promote Westside Southern Fried, and I've got a couple of freestyles. Lately, I've just been doing blogging because, my engineers, the people who I, use their studio and stuff, they've been busy doing work and everything. So we can't just go in and do a whole lot of music now. Mm-hmm. But for what it's worth, this last record, the Spaz CD or Spaz mixtape, it's I think it's like my best work.
Okay. All right. So that's your second mixtape, Spaz.
Yeah, Spaz is my second mixtape. Now between Westside Southern Fried and Spaz, there's an EP out called California King, and that's my sad record. I was very sad because my mom had passed away. Everything that I rap, it's got something to do with the Lord or something to do with my life. You know what I'm saying? So with Spaz, I've been going through since January, I've been going through watching my auntie go in and out of the hospital, and on July 8th she passed away from colon cancer, and that's who I was living with, my dad's sister. So she just passed away. Spaz goes through all that.
So is it safe to say that music thus far has been a form of therapy for you? Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Okay, so go ahead.
It gives me the opportunity to express myself and tell my story without people sitting up there judging me and not trying to listen to what I have to say,
Definitely. So what do you say to individuals who are visually impaired and have dreams of being in the music business, or just dreams of just being an artist or a painter or what have you? What do you say to those individuals who are kind of reluctant about doing it because they figure that because they're totally blind, they won't be successful, or just do it? Do it. Don't even worry about the success. Cause see, I used to be that way. I want a record deal. I want to be rich. I want to be famous. No, bro. If you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this because you want to do it. Don't do it for the fame. Don't do it for just the money. Cause I'm not
I'm not rich right now. I'm not
Mm.
wealthy. But you know what? As long as I can express myself and people listen to my music and they love what I do and they love what they hear, then you know I'm doing it for the right way. Not to mention you gotta think about the Lord. You know, a lot of people right now, they want to reject him and they want to say he doesn't exist and he's not da 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 da. But I believe he does exist, because back when I was in Florida, you know, in my dark days, getting stupid high, smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, I could have got my head blowed off. That's how God showed me that he loved me. How in the world do you not miss when you got an assault rifle, an AK-47, and you shooting from long distance, and I'm feeling bullets whiz past my head at close range, and one of them bullets supposed to hit me and blow my brain out, and it did not happen. I don't understand that. I'm sitting up here smoking weed with 2-3 of my other associates, and you got more than 50 rounds coming at you, and you're not dying. Your head is not being exploded by none of these bullets, bro. That's God, man.
That's true. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring him back later on to talk about some more interesting stuff. But I'm glad to have you on here and speak of your music career, profession, and what have you. And I wish you the best of luck. Before I go, tell the people again where they can find your music, and I'm gonna get the links from you later on.
Okay, you can find my music on SoundCloud.com. The name is Zaire, Zaire Johnson, Johnsson, with 3 periods afterwards. I don't know why that is, but anyway, it's 3 periods afterwards. Okay, that's my SoundCloud. Bandcamp and Facebook. Bandcamp is bandcamp.com. I think it's /album /Crown Z, something like that. I have to get the links for you, but you can find it on Bandcamp, and you can find it on Noise Trade.
Noise Trade. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, before we go, tell the people why they should subscribe to the Parker Daniel Show.
You should subscribe to the Parker Daniel Show because I'm subscribed to the Parker Daniel Show. And what?
Well, nothing said, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, I really do. I'm gonna tell you, I really do think that your show is good, because before I found your channel, I've always been in a situation where sighted people are everywhere. I can link up with more sighted people than blind people, and now it's like, okay, there are blind people actually doing things, and I'm kind of sort of jealous a little bit, because my walk as a blind person hasn't been as active as everybody else's, although I try, you know.
There's no wrong with trying.
You know, I suggest y'all check out the Parker Daniel Show, like and subscribe to him. Check out Crown Z's Place. That's capital C in Crown, space, capital Z apostrophe S in Z's, space, and capital P in Place. Everything spaced out, capitalized. So, you know.
Okay, well, there you have it. And definitely, again, you all continue to support, subscribe, hit that like button, notification bell, so you can get uploads whenever I do. So with that being said, Crown Z, I want to thank you for coming on the show. And with that being said, I am out.
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away. And be hopeful, and he'll make a way.